wasn't supposed to rain before 1 p.m.
Yeah, he said, that's right, it's not late this afternoon, but we got that cold air damming. We're not going to warm up all day. It's going to be 40, upper 40s all day.
Upper 40s all day. Dang. Hey, buddy. I put your food in the cat hotel so it'll stay dry. We're going to leave Texas food on the platform. You want to come get some food? You think about it for a minute. Tux is up here, but let me spread it out. You know, the one thing nice about me setting his food over here on cold winter days is that it stays warm. There you go, buddy. There you go. Just don't let anybody come up and bother you about your food. You can hear the leaves rustling out there this morning. All kitties accounted for. Morris was late yesterday. He didn't show up until I got back from downtown, but everything was fine. But I prefer to count all heads first thing in the morning. It is Tuesday and I am headed on my normal chiropractor Guardian Angel Apex Whole Foods carry run. I'll be trying to get everything I need for the Thanksgiving meal this week. Try not to go to Whole Foods next week. Might run into Harris Teeter or Walmart, but not Whole Foods. Looks like Morris and Marty both are in the cat hotel. And Tux is here. He's a good boy. Stripe's probably wandering for a few, although he slept in the nice garage last night in the cat bed. I don't know what's going to happen when it gets cold and Tux decides to go in there to sleep too. A little worried about it. Good morning, Ruby. Oh, these guys are here bright and early. Guess they'll try to get in a little work before the rain settles in. I'd say they've got another 50 loblolly pines to cut down and process before they can call the wood harvesting done over there. I started filming because when I made one of the turns, I could see how pretty the sky was shaping up to be. Color off in the distance is really pretty, but not high up yet. There's our color. .46 and overcast. Don was saying this is basically going to be what it's going to be like the entire day. Uh-oh, where does he think he's turning? Okay, I was more worried about the guy behind me, but they slowed up, so. Very unusual place for anyone to turn, let alone a big truck. We're at the time of the year where getting out to stretch, it's so cold outside, I gotta really make myself do it. You just have to trust me that if I don't get out and walk over here when I get home, it's twice as hard to get out of the car. If I had to sum it up, mostly, I think whatever is messed up in my back with that cyst that used to affect the right side, it's now mostly affecting the left side, and instead of having right side sciatica pain, I'm having it on the left side, and I've been thinking about making a doctor's appointment, and I probably need an updated MRI, so that would be a good non-threatening place to start. And then we can decide if I'm a candidate for aspirating the cyst again, if we think that would help or not, or I need to give up and have back stabilization surgery. No guarantee there as far as I'm concerned that I'd actually be in less pain and feel better after doing that though, so I don't know. I know what I'm dealing with right now. The fear of the unknown with the surgery. It just keeps me from wanting to, being willing to sign up for that. Although Don said I can go get the MRI and we can reassess. That doesn't, you know, going down that path. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness, it's a morning. Going down that path doesn't mean I have to still sign up for the surgery, so. The town's back at it this morning, putting up Christmas wreaths. I feel for them at 46 and quite a good bit of wind. It's not exactly great weather to be putting them up. Only they'd done it a week ago. You're spiking our blood sugar.
Yeah, baby, I had some apple pie. Lip gloss, and man.
Little unknown fact about Marianne, she hates the smell of good old chapstick.
Yeah,
cannot stand it. Don doesn't get kisses if he puts that junk on, so he wears, puts on the stuff I get him at Whole Foods, the all organic, fruity, sugary, something smelling stuff.
Well, I like that artificial flavor. You can get me a ton of that, no problem. Get my blood sugar
Anyway, there's some school of thought that if you smell sugar or see sugar, that it actually can have a small effect on your insulin and your blood sugar. And Don put that on in the warm car with the heat going, and it permeated throughout the entire car really quick. We knew that he was cheating. You were cheating on some food.
Not me.
I think the one I have at the house is pomegranate. I prefer the pomegranate. It's a little less sickening sweet smelling. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what I said in the car. It's like, I'd rather walk when it's 95 out. Don's like, no. Well, how about 70 or 75? That's really the temperature I want.
Well,
but 46 and cloudy, this is a typical January day for us. And it's not January. I don't like it. There is way too much wind out here for 46 degrees. It's cold. Woo! Look at you go.
You're a little warm.
Hear that? Don, Johnny, and I were all very upset to hear about Jay Leno getting burnt in his garage. I guess it was sometime on Sunday. And very thankful that he wasn't working by himself, and that I guess a friend of his was there. I don't know if it's one of the guys on the show or just a friend that's not on air, but anyway, he helped get the fire out, assisted Jay in getting the fire put out. But I was almost in tears. I'm very upset about it. It touched on me. And thankfully, you know, I'm sure he's receiving good care, and none of us really cares, you know, about what we don't love Jay for what he looks like. So hopefully it won't be the end of Jay Leno's garage, and he'll heal up and he'll get back out there. And you know, he was just working on clearing a clogged fuel line, according to the report I read this morning. I don't normally read TMZ, but I was looking for a few more details besides he's in the hospital, and apparently he talked to somebody, and the one thing that showed up in my feed did tell me enough to give me. He was working on a fuel line. That makes sense. So there was a spark around the time the fuel squirted on him, and it just was a bad thing. I was giving Don the replay. He's heard the story before, but I am a person that has driven a gasoline powered vehicle and had it caught on fire while I was driving it. It was a 68 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, red with a white convertible roof. And I was driving it to a car show. Was actually going to be inside a mall, and it caught fire during the 3-mile trip from where it was to where I was taking it. And it did run again, but not until after new spark plug wires, new distributor cap, new filters, and but I don't remember if valve cover gaskets might have melted. It was a big deal. It was not a little thing, and it never ran right again. It did run though. But yeah, so all this talk always about things catching on fire, I have a little bit of unfortunate experience there. And Don says he's had his share of little fires or things that have lit up while he, but not had a big one. Yeah.
Of course, I used to work on Hoopty, so, you know.
Well, that was basically what the Cadillac was. It just was a nicer package maybe than some of the some of the ones you were working on. Well, the cloud maker is definitely making some clouds today. That's just what Johnny and I call the cooling tower over at Sharon Harris. When it's cold out, the cloud is bigger. This is actually the landfill here, the back side of the landfill. And I've lost the view of the cooling tower now, but it's over there, not too far. I am on time with 6 wonderful minutes to spare. Yay! Now, if I just had autopilot still. I'm waiting at the light to turn into the office park that has the chiropractor, and this Model X came up behind me and really fast, but the light was red and no lights on in the front at all, even though Ruby has decided that it's actually dark enough to even put her lights on. So I'm always a little perplexed. I have seen a couple of people in the forums, the Facebook is like, I want the daytime running lights off and I want them off now. And I'm like, okay. Personally, I want every chance possible people won't hit me. So Ruby's over there. The black X that I see sometimes is over there. And then there's a Midnight Silver S here. I don't know where the Midnight Silver X went to, except that when I went to turn, they were right on my bumper. Well, the S is really pretty in the Midnight Silver, I gotta say, sitting there. I'm just really wishing that the sun was out today. It's I'm usually so perky, and I'm not feeling perky today. It's mostly the pain in my leg. She treated my knee really good. It does feel a little bit better. Really wish I could do that like once a day for a week. I mean, I could, but I'd have to drive over here. I meant, you know, like at home. Maybe I should try the TENS unit I have on it. I haven't done that in a while. It's pretty busy over here today. No hurt some. Big trucks over here. Blue 3, white Y. Those are both out of Virginia. I feel like I need a spreadsheet with license plates. Red 3. And a blue Y. And that's Virginia and North Carolina. And right offhand, I don't see any more over on the left. The blue one's nice and clean. I want that one. And nothing up front. Everything is set up. It's really pretty, but I haven't seen anything yet that I'm gonna take home. My cart is still empty. I am definitely not allowing myself to buy another reef, but if I was, it would be this one because it's really nice. They're asking $11 for it. I think that's totally reasonable. Of course, that caught my eye, but at $39, I don't guess I would get it just to get it for Dawn. Michelle and I want that shirt, but it's a small. It's got to be a medium. Super cute Fila shirt, but it's also too small. I want to buy this for my Christmas fairy garden, but it's $2 too much. So, bummer. It's 49 out there, but it feels like it's 39. It has started to rain just a little bit. I'm going that way. I thought that was pretty clear. I just wanted to show you this Silver X Ruby Vintage. I don't know that I've seen a silver one around before. Yeah, you watch it, buddy. It's the only other EV I've seen in the parking lot today. It was not there when I went in, but was there when I came out. I think I got everything I needed, including a ham. Don was telling me he really likes ham. And they had them on sale, the nice spiral sliced ham. So I picked up one. It's good till 12:31. Think I can make it on 1/1 and it'll be okay? I think so. On my way to get Johnny. Probably 5 minutes later than he'd like, considering it's cold and rainy, but it is what it is. I'm going to be there at 2:30. Johnny helped me get all the groceries inside. Don must, I can hear him. He's on a conference call. Ruby's got 90-something miles. That's after what I drove around today and starting out with a 90% charge. I had bumped it up from 80% to 90% while JB's here, and I hadn't bumped it back. Hey!
Brr.
Well, nice of you to be done now with talking
now.
talking to people. Hey, you. I did end up buying this Department 56 Times Square Happy New Year. And it does light up, but it's got 2 plugs. I unplugged that so I could plug the ball in. You press and you hold. And it comes down. It's kind of loud. And then in a minute it's going to go back up. I do think it's possible that this light is not lighting. And it looks like that had come off one time and somebody had tried to affix it back, but it's pretty cool. Like I said, here I'll unplug the globe and plug the light back in. And you can see it lit up, but I don't think Happy New Year is lighting, so that might be a loose connection. That might be something Don's able to look at. Hard to say. Huh. I'd probably not mess with it, but unless he thinks that, like, just soldering that connection would help. Love you. Drive careful.
Bye-bye.
Don't have too much fun at the landfill without me.
Well, I'm sure those guys are going to ask about where's my sweetie.
He's given me a pass today since it's cold, raining, and I've been gone all day. We moved the cardboard to the van when Don brought home the brand new washing machine, and versus moving it back to the GMC. And because we hadn't drove the van in a few weeks, Don's taking the van. You need money?
No, I need a phone.
Oh, your phone's on the counter. I found where you left it and set it where I thought you'd see it.
Thank you. I missed it.
I decided that I'm not going to be able to concentrate on the church until I figure out R2D2. And it's really not that many parts. I mean, the whole kit is like 657. Now, it's possible I'm missing a part here or there, but some of the parts are already put together, and I just want to see R2D2. So, since I'm at such a good stopping point with the stained glass windows being done, I'm going to work on R2 tonight. So he turns to back away from stuff, and then once he's done turning, he tries to go forward. And then when he runs into something, he stops, backs up, starts turning. Whoops, sorry, R2. Goes forward, runs into something, backs up, turns, goes forward, runs into something, backs up, turns. Ran into my hand. Backs up, turns, goes forward again, runs into my hand. The sensor here finds my hand, backs up, turns, tries to go forward again. It's so cool. It's just so cool.